All right, we are here, episode 153 of Ring Takes. I'm Daniel, of course, with Braun and Lewis as our host. We have a returning special guest with us here tonight. We got Sonny Kane, Sonny Man Eagle Kane from Wrestling Spotlight, wrestling analyst, retired professional wrestler, making his 125th podcast appearance here. So congratulations, Sonny. And we don't often get special guests here, but we got a special guest. We're going to try to do this a little bit more often. We have a man from Ohio. We have Dallas Cash of the Humble Roses podcast. Shout out to them over there. Thanks for joining us, Dallas, man. You also do that with Angel Rose La Madrina. I hope I got that right. And Kev the Postman. So shout out to them over there. They're doing some big things, so feel free to join them on their socials. The Humble Roses podcast. Check them out, of course. But us being all wrestling fans, we need to break the ice here. Dallas, how did you get into professional wrestling, either as a kid or who's the wrestler that tied you into wrestling or your earliest wrestling moment?
So I was flipping through the channels as a 5-year-old. We had the cable boxes back then. Time Warner, y'all know the
black box.
There, the black box.
The A side of the B side.
So my grandma said, "Hey, I'm gonna go out for a little bit, just find something on TV to watch." Obviously, I picked the most expensive thing to watch because the title of something caught my attention. So I was going across and I had seen like stuff on pay-per-view, and then this title of this caught my attention, and it said WWF Royal Rumble 1994.
Wow.
So I go, what's this? I'm 5 years old. I turn it on, and it's like late at night, and the first thing that I see, kid you not, is the Undertaker walking to the ring with the casket being pushed behind him, going to fight Yokozuna for the WWF Championship. I thought that it was a horror movie because I'm seeing this scary ass walking Western demon walk to the ring, and he's fighting this massively obese Japanese sumo wrestler, and I just was gravitated toward it. It grabbed me. So my grandma comes back and she's like, "You're watching wrestling?" And I'm like, I didn't know what it was. So when I first watched the episode of Monday Night Raw, I believe Undertaker had wrestled somebody else because I was looking for Undertaker. I needed his name, was looking for him. He had wrestled. He didn't wrestle that Monday Night Raw because he had took time off, but I was looking for him, couldn't find him. So I thought just might have been a one-time thing. So then my dad says, "Hey, you want to watch SummerSlam?" Later on in the year, SummerSlam. We'll watch SummerSlam, and then I start seeing the Undertaker. But I'm like, wait a minute, he wasn't that short. Like, and then the real one came out. So that was like my whole thing, and I got hooked on that. And as over time, I used to get the games, collect the action figures, get the merchandise, try the moves on. I messed up my grandma's couch doing the swanton.
Nice.
I got whooped for it. I did get whooped. Instead of a belt, she greased up an extension cord. So
no more swantons.
Ain't no chancla, nothing like that. I got the extension cord. Extension cord. So over time, what happened was my friends would talk about it, and when I realized that it was predetermined, that made me want to watch it even more. So it's like, oh, this is an art form. So I thought it was just two people angry at each other and they just having a match. This is choreographed combat, like a movie. So the way I took wrestling is, it is a live action movie with real life drama that has the essence of choreography while trying to tell a story without telling you what exactly you're seeing in front of a live audience in one take. And I'm like, how do I become part of this? That was my introduction into wrestling.
Nice. As Vince McMahon said in Beyond the Mat, we make movies. Wrestling is a movie. It's a showcase of the immortals, right? I have a similar story for that. I always watched wrestling and stuff like that, but the one thing that captivated me into wrestling was 1997 SummerSlam. Taker as well, Taker and Bret Hart. But I always remember Dude Love coming out when he beat Triple H after the steel cage match, and he exposed his chest and did the elbow off the top of the cage and stuff like that. So similar stuff like that. But just had to break the ice with that and get your story to how you got into wrestling. Awesome story, of course.
Thank you.
Grandma left you up to your own devices, and you found something that you stuck to. So that's awesome. The Humble Roses podcast, what you guys do over there, how did that come about? Because me and Brian and Lewis kind of we always talked wrestling in forums and stuff like that, and we just got the crazy idea, hey, you guys want to start a podcast? And that's how it came together. How did the Humble Roses podcast come together with you four?
So I was sitting at a auction for a house, and at the house I fell asleep because it was in a big yard. We had NFL players trying to buy the property because it was like a $3 million house. My wife was friends, she had her friends and stuff like that. So I wake up and I see this dude in a Bray Wyatt Fiend shirt. I end up introducing myself to him, talking to him. His girlfriend knew my wife. His name was Cheech, and he was from the Marks with Mike's podcast. And I was like, man, I always wanted to be on a wrestling podcast. He was like, come on ours, because I started talking wrestling. So I started on the Marks with Mike's podcast, and I was just really excited to be on the podcast. And I thought to myself, well, I want to do my own podcast. I've always wanted to. So right after SummerSlam 2024, I did the first episode. Didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, press record and talk. Over time, like, I started to learn like the ins and outs of what it meant to start a podcast and what the direction you're trying to go to. I was on my lonesome. So what my podcast was about was paying tribute to the unsung heroes of professional wrestling, the little guy, the people you don't really hear about, or the people that don't really get the credit, because that's what I wanted. And I didn't see anybody really doing it. Like, I seen Chris Van Vliet interview the popular people, a little bit of a mixture, but there are other people who help make, people like Sonny, like the people who help make the business but you don't hear about it because it's not a popular name. But these are people who are the cornerstone of the business. So what I did was I just started making episodes. First episode that I did was on Meechin. And when I put out the episode, I put out the flyer for it. I tagged her in it. I didn't think she was going to see it.
Sweet.
I do the episode. In the middle, because I'm checking the comments, I'm live, I kind of develop just a little rumbling or a little following. There's like 5 people in there interacting. We're having a great time. And then I get a notification, and it says, thank you for the love, and it was from Meechin. She was in the chat. So I'm looking like, wait a minute, that's her? So I'm like, no, that's not. And I look, and I'm like, wait, no, that's her. So she joined my show while I was live, and I'm asking her questions, and she's playing video games but answering my questions. So that's why I found out some stuff about her favorite video games. Like, her favorite video games is Death Stranding,
she's
Red Dead Redemption 2, and Silent Hill. So then after that, I kind of put it out, and I just start making episodes. So then I really got off with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's feud. I just did a live about it, but then I had 875 live viewers. Wow. And people were just piling in, giving their opinion. And Vanessa La Madrina was one of them. And I was like making like graphics for some of the fans and stuff like that. And Vanessa, she just kept coming to the show. So I said, hey, you want to join me? So I had an open discussion about Liv and Rhea. And I was trying to create like a fan war.
Fair enough.
But I was like, let's be lighthearted about it. So all of Liv's fans showed up mostly. I would bring them up and let them give their opinion for 60 seconds to 2 minutes.
Nice.
And then all the people who would come in, I'm like, hey, come back next week. We'll do this and this. Long story short, Nessa kept coming back. I offered her a seat on the show. She took it. We did our first episode together. Angel was there the night Nessa was, but she was very timid. Both of them were extremely shy because they had never been on a podcast and nobody had ever gave them a platform. So Angel came later down the line, and then I was like, well, I need a fourth person. So my best friend Kev, who literally is a postman, I've known him for 25 years. Like, I've known him for 25 years. We've always talked wrestling. I was like, you want to be on the show? He was like, man, I'd love to. Brought him on the show, fit right in with everybody. Before he came in, it was me, Angel, and Nessa. Our first big interview was Corey Glover from Living Color. We interviewed him. And then we interviewed KJ Orso and Mega Ran. And Mega Ran told the story about how he got in trouble with WWE because he was backstage for the New Day Usos rap battle. But Okada was back there for Shinsuke. So he took a picture. So that picture of Okada backstage at SmackDown in 2017, that was from Mega Ran. And he got in trouble for that because people were like, oh, is Okada signing with WWE? So during the time, we've had a lot of great moments. I'm not going to say too many, but the one moment that stands out was the night I was talking about Killer Cross, his documentary. Now, Cross had already followed me because I kept talking about him and Scarlett. Like, we had a whole episode dedicated to them. And then I DM'd him and sent him the link. And I'm like, if you ever want to join the show, talk about the documentary, feel free. In the middle of me getting ready to close the show, I get a notification. It'll, like, when someone arrives on here, when they arrive. And I'm like, I didn't give the link to nobody. And then I looked and I see Cross's face setting up his camera. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I gave him
lightning in a bottle.
I gave him an introduction. He came on, and I'm like trying to keep it together. My live just lights up. It shoots from it was like 150 people watching. We had 2,100 people watching as soon as Cross came on because he shared it. And
awesome.
As I'm talking to Cross, Scarlett comes into the picture, and now they're both right there. And I'm like, I said
trying to keep you cool.
I said to my crew, y'all picked the wrong time to take the night off.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. I didn't keep them for too long. We do great things over there. We do fun things. We try to keep people engaged. We play games. We have guests on. We do trivia. We've given out cash prizes. It's just a wrestling podcast that just makes people feel welcomed. And because I say, and Sonny can attest to this, anytime you come on my show, the main thing you get from me is the greatest intro you'll ever hear.
Sweet.
Every person who has been a guest on their show, I've given them a red carpet intro. That's the main thing and the most important thing about a wrestling podcast. If you don't make your guest feel like anything, like they matter, you shouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely.
If you go back and watch any of my interviews, from Nick Nemeth to Mike Santana, Mark Henry, Killer Cross, Nestle, Corey Glover, they all say the same thing. That was a great intro. That was one of the best intros I've ever heard. If I don't hear that from my guest,
you're not doing the job.
So that's how we got started.
Fair enough. Awesome. You've been able to interview wrestlers such as Nick Nemeth, Mark Henry, Mike Santana. Check the page out for that, for the Humble Roses. Absolutely check that out. I have another question. With you being in Ohio, have you had any experience with Ohio Valley Wrestling? Is that close to you, or do you have any
that's kind of like in the Kentucky area ish?
Now it is. Yeah.
So that's about 3 hours away from me.
Okay.
But I did go down there a few times to catch a show, and that's when I, at that time, heard about the Minnesota Stretching Crew, which was Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar as a tag team, because Brock and Shelton both went to the University of Minnesota. They were Golden Gophers. Fun fact, without Shelton Benjamin, there would be no Brock Lesnar, because WWE wanted to sign Brock Lesnar, but he said, I'll only sign if you sign Shelton too.
Okay.
So that was a whole big thing.
Another historian, I love it.
Yeah, listen. I can tell you
I'm not alone anymore.
True fact. Here's a true fact that you guys may not know. Without pro wrestling, we would not have Muhammad Ali. I'm going to say that one more time. Without pro wrestling, we would not have Muhammad Ali. And the reason being, Gorgeous George, who was the first wrestler to have entrance music and would throw Georgie pins into the crowd, Muhammad Ali came and watched him. And he got a chance to talk to Ali. And Ali was like, why do you talk trash so much? And he said, because people pay to see me get my ass kicked. So give them a show. Once he says to Ali, what Ali start doing?
The Louisville Lip.
Louisville Lip. He gave a business to Sonny Liston. So going from that, Ohio Valley Wrestling was something I enjoyed because I felt like I was like part of something that was within my bubble. And then that's how I heard about other wrestling companies. I would go to AIW, recently went to Neo Pro Wrestling. Any indie wrestling show I would go to, I would make sure that I got a list of who was on the card so I can check for them later. So I got introduced to so many different people down the line because of that.
Nice.
Dallas, there's a book out. It's an old semi-biography of Muhammad Ali. It's about that thick. It's 600 pages. It's called I Am the Greatest. Get it, read it, you'll love it.
Yeah.
You won't put it down.
Definitely won't.
Definitely
It's
awesome.
awesome.
And people don't understand. I feel like wrestling gets a bad rap, especially in our age and stuff like that. People are saying that's fake, or wrestling has touched so many areas of entertainment that I get pissed off when people try to shame it. It's like, this is an art form that has stretched, has literally stretched and reached so many people and influenced so many people like us here tonight. Sonny actually getting in the ring, Dallas, you starting your podcast and stuff like that.
Took my first bump a couple months ago.
We have been thinking about doing that. Finding a school just to take a bump.
Let me tell you something. So I want to give a shout out to somebody. I want to give a big shout out to EC3.
Okay.
Really love EC3. For a small portion, I was supposed to be working with NWA Exodus Pro, which EC3 was spearheading as the champion during that time. But they have a gym up there with a wrestling ring in it. So it's like a Planet Fitness. And then off to the side in a big room, they have a wrestling ring in there. And I hope I'm not giving away too much information, but Richard Holiday was in there. Me and JT went up there, and I got in the ring, and I said, I want to take a bump. So they showed me how to take a bump, which, I mean, I already knew, but they're like, you got to kick your feet all the way out and up in the air. I took that bump, and this is weird because I hit the mat, and I felt it, and I'm like, yeah, I got to do it again. So I get up, and I take another one. And I did 15 total bumps. I was like, but then like I learned that the more momentum you have, the harder it's going to sound. But also
the lesser impact.
The lesser impact. But the way
you felt it the next morning.
The next morning, I'm sitting up, and my body went, get back down. And I'm like, oh.
It's not for the weak, man. It's not for the weak.
And I'm like, when I felt the adrenaline, like I could feel it on the way home, but I'm like, it's just
yeah.
But I felt it in the morning.
They have tested me in different tests, and this is true story. In the hottest parts of the summer, like now, and in the coldest parts of the year, like in January, February, when it gets oddly cold. I hurt for 2 or 3 days, and it's from having taken bumps and gotten nerve damage years ago from wrestling. And people make me want to just lay hands on them, and I don't mean holy hands when they tell me how fake it is. I get cornered in the gym all the time from fans saying, "Oh, it's phony."
Yeah, take a body slam, and you tell me how phony.
Here, that's practice.
I just don't like. We've seen shows and stuff like that, and have gone to shows. I'm like, there's no way.
I can't move today.
There's no way a regular person is taking that. There's no way.
You got to be a certain kind of psycho to take it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my take on it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, Dallas, for that. Check out the Humble Roses podcast on YouTube and Instagram and all the socials, Twitter as well. Put a link in the description to that channel and below. But we got some wrestling to talk, folks. Night of Champions is this weekend, and I think AEW Forbidden Door is this weekend. But we're going to focus on WWE side of things. We have the King of the Ring tournament. What are your thoughts, Dallas, on the King of the Ring tournament right now? Because we've given our opinions on it over the past couple of weeks. What is your thought process of the structure of the King of the Ring tournament? Do you like it? What do you think about SmackDown's representation in this? How do you feel about it?
What representation of SmackDown? Exactly. Like, okay. So I'm gonna try not to curse on here because I don't know how family friendly this is.
Feel free.
Oh, no.
Okay, I didn't know. That's what I was trying to hold back.
What do you want to say, bro?
That's like Joe Batman.
Okay. So here's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding.
One of the greatest King of the Ring tournaments is 2002 because there was the ability to give you quality matches while building up towards something. If WWE would have done it right, they could have had Brock and Austin in the finals. And that would have led to, Austin wouldn't have walked out because WWE had Hogan and Austin on the roster for a good time, and they never wrestled. You could have did something there. The structure now, I don't mind it because it cuts the fluff because certain people get an opportunity to shine, and it actually feels like there's something at stake when you have fatal four-ways, and they're trying to speed up the tournament because TV and broadcasting, they're not going to want to take a long-winded tournament. They're like, get to the point. You got Obafemi in the finals against Jey Uso. Somebody is going to win, and here's my take on who I think is going to win. This is not what people want to hear, but WWE and TKO are spelling it out for us. It is completely impossible for Jey Uso to beat Obafemi under any circumstances. But when you factor in the fact that Brock Lesnar could show up and cost Obafemi the King of the Ring crown and an opportunity at the champion, it means that SummerSlam is building for you have to be ABC with this. The only way that the only way that Jay could ever beat Obafemi is if Brock Lesnar helps.
Yes.
But here's another thing. Of all the people, why the hell would Brock Lesnar help Jey Uso? He don't need to help Jey.
But it gets Obafemi. I mean, it doesn't matter who's in there.
It doesn't matter. It's the history with the bloodline, and you have to ask yourself one question: does the history with is that deep enough for Brock to help Jey Uso to spite Obafemi, or would Brock rather wait until Oba wins and then attack him, and then we do the 2-night thing? They have the opportunity to do that with Oba. That would make him a star. That would put him on a different stratosphere, because how many times have we had wrestlers wrestle multiple times? Kurt Angle had 3 matches.
Yep, in one night.
At 2001 King of the Ring.
Wrestled in the tournament. Shane made him fight through the tournament.
Like, come on, dude.
Down.
Like this. Y'all have the opportunity to do something with Obafemi, but this is TKO we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't want something like Oba to win, but it doesn't have any meaning to it. SmackDown's representation is next to non-existent because clearly Raw is the better show. It's the flagship show, and SmackDown is only there for collateral with the USA Network. So my thing is, gentlemen, I got Obafemi winning if Brock Lesnar doesn't show up. But I'm very sure Jey Uso's going to win, and we're going to run back this stupid fucking rehash storyline. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If Jay wins, is he gonna go after Cody Rhodes?
Of course he is.
That's what it seems like. Yep.
Or are they gonna really?
Yeah.
Are they really gonna make Jay go after Roman again? It's gonna be SummerSlam 2023 all over again. And even if Jay wins, they're not going to let him beat Cody. You want to know why? Crown Jewel's coming up.
I've heard about this.
Run back the trilogy
At
Crown Jewel. Roman and Cody. Because if you have Roman and Oba, let's say Oba wins and takes the title off Cody, you got Roman and Oba at Crown Jewel. We already know where that's going. If he beats Roman and Oba goes and takes the title off Roman, which he said he was going to do at WrestleMania, then we got Oba versus Cody. I'm sorry, Cody ain't winning back-to-back Crown Jewel titles. You got a better chance handing out candy to a diabetic. So that's my take on it. Sorry for the long-winded response.
No. Much welcomed. Thoughts on the King of the Ring tournament, Sonny?
I'm hoping Jay with assistance for Brock Lesnar. That's been my thought going into this the whole time that it would be with help from an outside source, and the more it spins, that's the way I'm seeing it. I think in a straight-up contest, in a rival type setup, I think Jay at the end of the day could do better than most people give him credit for because he's got his wind speed up now. But I think for storytelling purposes, it's a better story to have him have assistance from somebody. And I think that somebody's going to be Brock. I don't think Brock is going to leave. I don't think Brock is going to totally pass the torch to Oba on his way out the door. I just don't see that happening. And I'm sorry that there's heat there between the two of them, and I'm sorry that it denies. I'm not afraid to say what I think, so I'm sorry it denies a generational race gap there between two wrestlers. But it should be that way at this point in time. But I don't think Brock's going to go out like most people would. I think he's going to go out still liked by most. And I think to do that, he's got to be over feminine in the very end of things.
All right, sweet. Thoughts on the King of the Ring tournament, Brian? Good, bro.
Well, as soon as Jey Uso won the Fatal 4-Way, I mean, we all knew that he was bound for the finals, and
I had a little hope for Javon Evans, man. A little hope.
I mean,
and I just want to say, Brian, hats off to Javon Evans, my man. He stood as long as I thought he would. I was hoping he'd go all the way, but for his rookie year, he's done exceptional.
I say it all the time. I thought they were going to run that match back from NXT Heatwave in Saudi. I thought they were going to do it. Nope.
I thought they were going to do that too, and they were going to run that table spot back.
Yeah.
He is Sting come to town, no doubt.
I was there at NXT Heatwave. I saw it. I took my lady to her first wrestling show. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't even believe it. But go ahead, Brian.
Sorry, Brian.
No, it's all right. No, it's just that as soon as Jey Uso won his first round match, that Fatal 4-Way, you just knew he was going to end up being in the finals. And ever since he lost the world heavyweight title, he has relegated back into being a kind of a tag team wrestler. And the way social media has been responding to him ever since he won that first match, that they want him nowhere near the world title pick. I feel that what happened at WrestleMania a couple of years ago with him winning the world title, that was at its peak, and like there is no optimism for from the fans, at least, of Jey Uso winning. Now, I'm in agreement with a lot of fans with you, Dallas. That I really would love for them to go with the 2-night approach, because then you'll make a megastar as a result of it. I mean, just having Oba Femi face Brock Lesnar one night and then go after the title the next night. I mean, now it's confirmed he's one of the top guys. He's already a proven attraction. You know, I was listening to the interview that Chris Van Fleet did with Paul Heyman, which is a great listen, bro. It's probably, like I said, it's probably one of the best interviews I've heard in a while. And he was just talking about, you know, Oba Femi, how he's a proven attraction now within 2 months of arriving.
Insane.
But this again, like Dallas said, this is TKO. And they've made it blatantly obvious that Brock Lesnar is gonna get involved in this. Now, I'm honestly just waiting for one of these fans on social media to take a picture of Brock Lesnar at the airport in Saudi Arabia, so that way we know like he's in the country. And once you know he's in the country, it's like, okay, all right, do we even need to watch the match now? Because we know what exactly is going to happen. I mean, they've been telegraphing it for the last month. When Oba Femi beat Dom, he cut a promo right after even saying, "I'm surprised, Brock. I'm surprised you didn't come right now, because I was actually expecting you to come." So they've been telegraphing that of Oba, kind of like in a sense, kind of like teasing that Brock is going to appear. The way the story plays out, you know, you heard Roman when he told Jade, yeah, go after that world title. I mean. So SummerSlam has pretty much already been written. It's just a matter of what's going to happen as far as Jay and Cody goes. Because like Dallas mentioned, I wasn't even thinking about Crown Jewel coming up in a couple of months and having the two world champions face each other and then having the trilogy then. So this is going to be very interesting moving forward.
Thoughts on the men's side of King of the Ring, Lewis?
Oh man, this whole Jay story just. I don't know. I'm so torn with it because it's like I've been a Jey Uso fan for a while. I loved it when, you know, him going dolo, but obviously we saw the reaction with him winning the title. And you know, with him and just the bloodline in general, I go back to thinking to a lot of stuff LA Knight says. It's like, how do you guys forget all the crap this man did to you? Like he beat your brother's ass like in front of you in Hell in a Cell. He tortured you guys. It's like we're always going back to this unification in this like.
Hey, blood's thicker than water, Lewis.
I know, but it's like part of me, like if Jay were to win, I know it's a damn curveball, whatever, but it's like, why not go after Roman and be like, you know what? I didn't forget all that crap, and I want to take your title from you. You know, Jacob went after you. I'm gonna come after you too. But I know that's a shot in the dark. But with this whole Brock situation, part of me hopes that Oba at least wins the King of the Ring, and then Brock comes out and beats his ass. I'd rather that. I don't know if. Not saying he doesn't deserve it, but obviously people are gonna go ballistic if Jay gets the crown. But it also doesn't make a lot of sense. So part of me, I want Oba to win, but then I can see story-wise Jay winning the crown just for everything being set up with Brock and everything. And it's just like, well, I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I can see Jay winning. It's going to be an ego trip for him. He's been crashing out ever since rejoining the bloodline left and right. And now he's going to
run it back like 10 times that night.
Yeah, and run out of breath. But he's been going after Jacob, and Jacob hasn't been respecting him. So I'm wondering if that's going to eventually come to a head at some point. But as for Oba Femi, I said it before. It's going to be Oba Femi versus Brock at SummerSlam. They're 1-1 tied in the matchup there. It makes sense for him to do it. If that's Brock Lesnar's last match, last swan song in Minnesota, it makes sense, right? He's from there. SummerSlam's having a 2-night event. They can definitely showcase Brock and Oba. That's easily going to sell. The droves are going to come out for that. As for the SmackDown representation, for them just to not have one wrestler, I think only on the women's side, Charlotte Flair advanced from SmackDown. I'm like, what are you guys doing to SmackDown right now? Are you guys even trying with SmackDown? Like,
I don't even watch it all here lately.
SmackDown is 3 hours. And they don't. There's no story building. There's no continuity. There's nothing that. I don't.
And we just sent Finn over there too.
And they just sent. Wouldn't that have been a great showcase for Finn on SmackDown to advance at least through the tournament? Like, you're putting a new face over there, and then you just have all the SmackDown people lose. Royce Keys, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, who has been in no man's land for the longest time. Carmelo Hayes, who's looking to try to reestablish himself, but he's waiting for a U.S. title opportunity. Go ahead, Dallas. It looks like you have
I would say SmackDown now is like ECW in 2006.
Oh man. Because there's so much
We're
talent there, which is
again,
crazy.
I just listened to the Paul Heyman interview, and he goes into in-depth talking about that time period. So now, I'm very familiar with remember that stuff.
If you look at that roster, how do you fuck that up? You could do best of 7 matches.
We find a way every week. I mean, it just
Carmelo and Trick Williams, best of 7 United States title.
They're not even trying. That's my issue with SmackDown. There's so much talent there. You got Royce Keys, who you're trying to establish. You got Damian Priest. Who else we got in this? We got Tonga, who was getting cheered overseas.
It really reminds me of Nitro on WCW back in the day when they had 3 hours and didn't know what to do with it. I mean, it's a similar show.
The cruiserweights took the first hour.
Yeah.
And then after that, the show was like, let me change it to Raw. I ain't got there ain't no Raw to change it to. And on top of that, you got Ilya Dragunov over there. You got Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams,
not in the tournament.
Not in the tournament. What are we doing?
We've been talking about this for weeks. It's just the representation of SmackDown week to week. It just seems like an afterthought. And it's like, I understand that they have this thing where they can't pay attention to multiple things at a time, but SmackDown is 3 hours. You have talented people on that roster. You can build people up. Like we've been saying forever, just have you don't have to do the open challenge every week. But you can have those guys wrestle. Like I don't know.
It's like you
every week
you elevate a mid card like Penta, and why can't you use the same formula on SmackDown? It's like
I have no idea what they're doing. It's a waste.
I'm glad I'm not the only one frustrated over SmackDown.
So we all got Jey Uso winning the men's side for help from Brock Lesnar. On the women's side now, I don't know about you, Dallas, but I'm not happy Liv Morgan is in the finals. I'm not happy Liv Morgan is advancing. I'm not happy that they're potentially having her. First of all, her in the tournament is just sacrilegious to me. She shouldn't be in the tournament. She shouldn't be in the tournament. She's going to be taking on Io Sky. But your thoughts on the women's side, Dallas?
I'm hoping it's Io Sky, but we'll see.
The Queen of the Ring tournament.
Here's my thing. This is a problem for so many reasons. Help me make. How does this make sense? Okay. You're the champion.
I know, right?
Wrestling in the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring. If you win, you get a shot at the champion. You're the champion. If you win, you get a shot at the champion. I don't know if you know this or not, but you're the fucking champion. So therefore,
that's why I've been saying it too.
People are wrestling to get a shot at you. If you win, we got to see Liv and Rhea again for the 95th fucking time. And if Io wins, we got to see Rhea versus Io for the 95th fucking time. So
I would rather see Io versus Rhea, though.
I was just going to say, at least that's always a good match.
Rhea and Liv were good matches.
Yeah.
However, it was just marred by bad booking. And the fact that they kept having to insert Dom or Raquel. Even though Raquel and Rhea have history dating back to NXT. Raquel has Rhea tattooed on her body. And on top of that, they have the worst payback match in WWE history. Payback 2023. So we're gonna here's a list of people who you could have put in the finals instead of Liv. Sol Ruka. You could have had, and again, why is Becky Lynch in Queen of the Ring? She got a whole nother thing to be worried about. She don't even need to be there. Instead of Io Sky, you could have had Lash Legend. You could have had JC Jane, establish JC Jane, or do something with her. I'm at this point now where I don't care who wins between. If there's a way that they both can lose, I'm all for it.
Double count out.
Because, and I say this as a fan of both. I know Liv wants it all, but if she, let's get this straight. If she wins, then that means she challenges Rhea. If Io wins, she challenges Rhea, and then if she takes the title off Rhea, then that means. No, we can't run Asuka and Io down the line for the championship because that shit happened. Kairi Sane ain't nowhere to be seen because she's gone. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Bianca Belair's pregnant. Naomi, that ain't happening. Stephanie, like, what are we doing? We just gonna drag our feet again? Like, I don't want to see Io win the title picture. It's done.
I would have Io in that, but I'm just gonna say real quick, this could have been an opportunity for Chelsea Green.
This whole tournament could have been an email. It could have been an email. Just
pretty much.
It could have been an email.
But you know what's crazy? There's like, and like you just said, the rehashing of the same things is like, why are we not Sol Ruka, Roxanne, Raquel?
I wanted Raquel to win.
You're propelling the young men talent. Do the same thing with the women. Why are we still having all the stuff with Becky, with Io? Which I'm not gonna knock Io because Io to me doesn't run. But then it's like you got Sol Ruka, you got Roxanne. Roxanne is so underrated and so good, and it's like they're trying to build this little story that's going nowhere, and it's like let her wrestle, just let her fucking wrestle. But my only quick thing has it been even discussed? Like, if Io wins, can she not challenge Liv for the title?
So they mentioned that on commentary. I remember they specifically had stated, Michael Cole has specifically stated, if Io does win, she can decide to pick Liv because she'll already have the pinfall victory over her. So from a confidence standpoint, you might want to go in that direction.
Why is she in the tournament? Why is she
in the fucking? Here's a better question. Why is it not Charlotte Flair and Io in the finals?
Yeah.
What is Charlotte Flair's nickname?
Great question.
Queen?
Charlotte Flair is the queen. That's her nickname.
What are they doing with Charlotte Flair?
Hold on. What's the name of the tournament?
Queen in the Ring. Why wouldn't she? She has all the championships. Why wouldn't she want to win Queen in the Ring?
Yeah.
I'm not getting any of that. I don't understand any of it.
And then on top of that, for me, it's a new matchup: Charlotte Flair versus Io. Why wouldn't we want to see that in the finals?
Why would we not want to see Charlotte and Rhea run it back?
Yeah, that can be the pathway to that third match. Well,
because they kind of already teased that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this: if the booking this weekend ends up being that Stephanie Vatker is the one that cost Liv Morgan this match, I'm literally gonna look at the WWE creative and say, "Why the fuck did you not do that on Raw? That way we could get Charlotte versus Io in the finals." Like,
she could have taken her. She could have taken her out and injured her, and then boom, there's the. Nah, bro, this is getting to a point where it's like.
I almost forgot about Stephanie. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Or
I had been seeing Charlotte improve week after week, and then all of a sudden she gets a severe knee injury again, and I'm like, come on.
Let me see here. I just, from the women's standpoint, I'm just like, why aren't we showcasing the women that you just brought up. JC Jane, who even in NXT, I wasn't the biggest fan, but when they came up from SmackDown with the heat that they did, why are they not helping her win in the first round at least and progress her? Why is Charlotte not in the I just don't understand it. There's more questions than answers. Yeah, go ahead, Sonny.
And that's been her daddy's beef on X for several weeks now. Ric Flair about Charlotte is why are they having her play such a powder puff when she's not, when she needs to be focused on going back to singles competition again. He never said totally break up her and her tag team partner, but he did say have her refocus and go back to singles competition some to continue to improve. They're going to keep on, and she's just going to be another pretty face in the locker room among many, and she ain't going to be able to come back from that. So that's my feeling.
I think whatever they're doing with Charlotte, I think it's going to tie into Alexa Bliss to an eventual breakup. I don't know if Alexa Bliss is going to turn on her or Charlotte's going to turn on her. But I think at some point that's got to happen because I feel like that's a story they're going to be told. I don't know what they're doing with the women's tag team titles either. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of I don't know. But go ahead, Brian.
Well, I do think for the women's tag team titles that there is a direction right now. I do think that Fatal Influence is eventually going to knock off.
They should have never. Yeah. They should have won at WrestleMania.
I'd rather see that
I'm sorry.
See these two on this damn nostalgia run right now. I'd rather would see Fatal Influence knock them off. At least let's build some momentum for this new group now. We don't need to see any more of Brie and Paige now. I've had enough now. I hate seeing them together on
I've had enough, and they just got. I had enough, and they just got here.
What we don't love seeing Paige win every week? Come on, it's Paige.
As a singles competitor, yeah, but not in this fucking tag team, please.
No,
she
Brian,
never coexisted.
Who do we blame for Nikki and Brie coming back? Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me speak for myself, Dallas. I was saying earlier last year, if we're gonna get Nikki Bella back, they're gonna bring her sister back. I forgot the tag team angle I had. I forgot what it was, but
tag team angle. I think
you said something.
You said she should have won the title or whatever and had
I said she would
run or something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Was it against Stephanie?
Exactly.
It was against Stephanie. It was against Stephanie. Yep. I was like, her sister. I was saying her sister was gonna.
Exactly.
I was saying her sister was gonna come back and help her win the title. That's what I was saying. They ended up not doing that, and then ended up forming a tag team again, which I didn't want, which I didn't speak into existence.
So you wanted Nikki Bella to beat Stephanie Vaquer and take the.
The reason why I wanted that to happen,
you understand where the rage came.
The reason why I wanted that to happen is because I'm like, if she's going to be back this long, at least have her win the title. That's all my thing was saying.
Welcome to the show.
I did not even want them back in, but I was like, if she's on, at least let her win the title. But
so. Wait.
Bad idea. I'll take the L on that. It's a bad idea. It was a bad idea. It wasn't one of my bright moments. It wasn't one of my bright moments.
I know you're one of your hottest superstars who's a champion. You're gonna feed her to a.
There was something. I'm trying to think. There was something.
Do you just like Nikki Bella or something?
No,
like you just
no. These guys know I hate.
Were you just gooning or something?
No. Not gooning at all. I hate the Bellas. I never wanted them to come back.
But you wanted to put a title on.
They were like,
I said the exact same.
Hey, listen, are you trying to kill your audience?
It was some type of dynamic to it.
Right, it would have unsubscribed from Netflix right then and there.
There was a
not even
TKO.
Not even TKO would have fucked that up.
There was a dynamic to it. It wasn't as clear as that. I can't remember. But there was a dynamic to it.
Now? You hear the
No. I'm fine with that. But I said it was going to lead to the return of her sister, which it did happen, just not in this dynamic. There was something to it. Liv wasn't the champion anymore because she lost it. I can't remember. I'm not going to go down. I'll try to find it.
I'm assuming the reason why is for this. Mm-hmm. You probably wanted Nikki to win because Nikki got injured and couldn't wrestle Liv last year at Evolution 2. So you were trying to run that dream match back. specific.
It's not a dream match.
No, it is. I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody would have slept on it. That's why it's a dream match.
There was something more to it than that. I can't remember at this moment.
Hey,
there was something more to my madness. It wasn't as clear as that.
And especially after that Becky Nikki
Do
Bella
not
match.
remind me of that.
The disaster class.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That was just terrible. There was something else to it, but it wasn't as clear as that.
So that's not the worst one I've heard.
It's not
even the worst.
I gotta find out what I said. I can't remember right now.
I will never reveal live what the worst one I've ever heard was, because I almost got canceled for what I said to this dude live on air. I said, all right, fine, I'm gonna say it. So this guy said to me, I don't know, he's not my friend anymore, because I realized like he just doesn't know shit about wrestling.
That bad.
Yeah.
Backlash 2024. He said, don't be surprised. I can't wait to see everybody's reaction on this. He said, don't be surprised if you see Jey Uso joining the Wyatt Six. And I said, why the fuck would he do that?
He's number 6.
Why would you and what I said was to him, this is what almost got me canceled, because his wife was on the show. Okay.
Oh.
And I said, you need to be publicly kidnapped. You need to be held for ransom. You need to be deported to Venezuela, and you're American, or you need to be publicly executed during the opening ceremony of WrestleMania 40. That is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. There is no reason why. Well, he was like, well, because they got this thing going on, and I'm like, there was nothing going on. They just came out during one of Jay's matches. He didn't take the fireflies from Bray.
Yeah.
He was trying to pitch the Daniel Bryan angle again, where
that's just not gonna happen. There's
we don't gonna get the jumpsuit.
There was nothing there. We don't. I said you need to be publicly executed. And I said it with a straight. I wasn't joking. Like, you need to be executed.
Some things
on live television.
Some things, the booking ideas that some people have, I don't know. That's a bad one. That's a real bad one.
Well, at least, at least he didn't say that he wanted Jey Uso tied up to a ring post and had dog food poured on him.
Yeah, who would have ever thought that
with yeet happen? Written across the can.
Great stuff from Vince.
My bad. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Go
good.
ahead.
No, it's good. Let's get into the rest of the card there, because the women's, I think we're all assuming that Liv wins, right?
I got Io.
I want Io to win.
I got Io.
I'm saying Io, but it's probably going to be the because she.
I just keep going back to that report that came out at the beginning of the year that they were going to make Liv Morgan a star.
Yeah,
and she's won a title. She has the music video. They're just going to keep adding. That's what I'm thinking. I think for better or for worse.
She literally won the Crown Jewel Championship.
Yeah.
I know she did. Yeah, she cannot.
What more? What? She won the Crown Jewel Championship. She beat the biggest star that they have on their roster for a title. She took her boyfriend. What more could you possibly do at this point? She won a championship at WrestleMania, and the length of the match was as long as Pat McAfee's entrance in the following match. What more could you do?
I just think they're going to try to just make her as big as they can and make her as annoying and as egotistical as she can be. I think that's what they're doing.
That's too much. That's too much.
You want to make her as big as you can, make her a face. Make her a face.
I don't want that to happen.
She should have attacked Roxanne. She should have dumped Dom and went on her own. Mm-hmm. And that would have been that. They could have built off of that. They could have done some things at War Games that made sense, because of They could have done the unthinkable and had Liv and Rhea team up in War Games because Liv was having friction with Judgment Day. That could have been her way out of Judgment Day. They attack her, they kick her out, and then she's Rhea's mystery partner. That would have, because they've already been tag team partners before.
Yeah. Just rehash it.
Rehash it.
I don't want her as a babyface because this is my thinking of the Judgment Day. I thought Raquel was going to be on her way to world title picture. I thought she was going to be elevated.
Raquel?
Yeah, Raquel.
MAGA the Stallion?
I thought Raquel was going to get up there and be champion at some point, or at least start the breakup, or Liv was going to get so egotistical and bratty and use her and stuff like that to retain the title that Raquel was going to eventually turn on her. That's what I thought, but I don't know what they're doing now. It looks like they're teasing something with Roxanne in that.
You could have had a Diesel Shawn Michaels thing with Liv.
That's what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's what we thought it was going to be.
It was literally right fucking there. I don't know.
They just refused.
I've been clamoring for Raquel to turn on Liv for a while.
Ever
since that last one where she told her not to come out, and she did, and cost her the title. I'm like, you have it right there. Like, Jesus Christ.
The breaking point is right there, and they won't do it. But yeah, let's get to the rest of the card. We got Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins in a cage match for the first hour on ESPN. People want this to be over.
This has been Ring Takes, guys. I will see you later.
I thought it was the cage match.
You need 5 subscriptions to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I just thought that they had mentioned that on commentary. But
I thought it was the cage match.
Yeah, getting back to Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Yeah, I'm just glad that this is pretty mumuch going to be the end of this feud.
Is it though?
Or maybe it might not be. I don't know. Because again, I mentioned it last week that. I mean, obviously, you still have, Bronson Reed is on his way back. I don't know if they're gonna extend this out. You already have Seth Rollins now. He has allies now in the Street Profits. They may decide to turn this into a group thing. I hope for the love of God, me personally, that this cage match is the end all be all, because both parties need to move on to new things now, because the vision pretty much died that night. Seth Rollins got injured, and then Braun Breaker took him out. I mean, they literally it's been snake bitten ever since then. Bronson Reed went down, Logan Paul went down, Braun Breaker went down for that little bit. like it's literally been snake bitten. So I'm glad that at least creative is kind of cutting their losses now at this point and literally saying, okay, let's have this last match and let's just be done with it. Hopefully.
And also their Night of Champions, the first hour, I just checked, is going to feature the King and Queen of the Ring final. So that'll be the first hour.
Oh, damn, they're getting that out the way. Okay, all right.
Yeah, please get it out the way. I don't want to wait to see who Rhea's wrestling when we all know who is probably going to boil down to. And I don't call it the Vision no more. I call it the Cataract. Because it's been fucked up from the start. Everybody in the Vision got some sort of injury.
Yeah,
everybody. Knock on wood. Austin Theory's the only one hanging on. Austin Theory's the only one hanging on.
Well,
with his new character that's so different from the last one.
His book. Well, he got injured. He got injured too.
Yeah,
his booking got injured. That's what really got injured.
Fair assessment. He's the workhorse of the Vision. I think everybody. I stand with everybody. I think I just want this to be over. I was intrigued by Seth being in the King of the Ring because I'm like, if we can get him to the finals or somehow, and then be able to take on Roman, which Roman never defeated him, I would love to see that. Just play off the Shield. We never really got that story fully.
What you mean, like he never beat him, like ever?
I think it was a DQ at the Rumble when they faced each other, right?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, you're saying Roman's never beat Seth ever?
Yeah,
he has.
During the Bloodline?
No, not during the bloodline.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I think they wrestled before. Yeah. But I'm just saying during the bloodline, we never got this iteration of the tribal chief versus the visionary. We never got that. So, and especially on that run he did it. I think it was the Rumble. He ended in DQ. But I would much rather see that at some point. And then I just wanted something new for Braun Breaker. I felt like he kind of did everything that he needed to do in that feud, and he should have been moving on. I really want to see if the Visions start messing around with the bloodline, if they were going to continue this. Like if Bronson Reed came back and
get taken out.
You have to be healthy to wrestle against the bloodline.
Fair enough.
And I'm not
unless you get some
your idea makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. But that people just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, they can't. I don't know.
And you're absolutely right, because when we were talking about Seth and Roman, like, yeah, I wish, like, when it was Big Dog Roman, he was giving Seth the business. It was just trading wins all over 2017. It was, but like at the 2022 Royal Rumble, he didn't release the guillotine choke, got disqualified, and then they ran back the chair shot spot. And I'm just thinking to myself, how many times are they going to keep just holding this over Roman's head? I think at next year's WrestleMania, they need to do Roman and Seth and get it over with. Roman wins, gets that monkey off his back, and he can move on. I think it should be at WrestleMania.
Fair enough. I wouldn't.
As far as the vision goes, as far as the cataract goes, it's supposed to benefit somebody in this faction. And I just don't feel like it benefits anybody. This is basically Paul Heyman being grouped with Curtis Axel and Cesaro over again.
Oh, man.
And again, I got reminded of that.
This gentleman's name is Lewis, right? Lewis?
Yeah.
It got so bad when you were talking about the vision, he started fucking yawning. he is
the vision.
You want a perfect representation of what people think? Look no further. He yawned, and that's not a bad thing. It's just like he's tired. He's tired. He's like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm sick of this. He's like, get this shit over with.
The vision was a nice idea, and it literally
died on impact.
It has crumbled, and we just need a redo. And
it's better than the Pure Fusion Collective. I'm willing to admit that.
An idea that looked great on paper, but it was executed terribly.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. I don't even know I don't even care who you guys got in this match. I just want it over. We can move over to the United.
I'm just going Braun. Braun needs the win.
Yeah,
Seth does not need to win.
I think Braun needs it more at this point. I think it makes more sense. If you're trying to elevate Braun Breaker to that next level, then it makes too much sense for him not to win.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go to the United States title. We got Trick Williams taking on Ricky Sainz. Ricky Sainz getting something to sink his teeth into on SmackDown at least. Got the win over Carmelo Hayes, I believe. Setting up this match, Trick Williams being able to defend the title. What are your guys' thoughts on this one?
I'm just going to be completely honest. I do not give a flying fuck about this match. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Carmelo Hayes is right fucking there. And he has history with Trick Williams. And you keep putting other people. I guarantee at some point Danhausen is going to get a shot at the title before Carmelo Hayes. They just gonna curse him and pin him, and that's it. Like he gonna curse Lil Yachty, and his album gonna flop.
People will go crazy. People will go crazy and will still love Danhausen.
Hey, after what just recently happened, Danhausen is
he's goated right now.
He's bulletproof. He's bulletproof right now. So bulletproof. I got Trick Williams, but I just for some reason, and this feels weird to say. I love Ricky Starks, but I don't like Ricky Sainz. I don't know what I cannot wrap my head around it. I don't know. Something is missing.
It's the WWE version of this guy. That's what it is.
I also think it's the position he's in. I mean, I'm also going to say I haven't watched all his stuff in NXT, but I did love him in AEW. But I really hope that something comes out of him, because if not, he'll be one of those flops that came over here and it's just not. It's not.
Didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Hopefully, they're saving Carmelo for Trick at SummerSlam at least. If, like,
I hope to God. I hope to God they do that.
Please.
Because it's funny because Trick Williams has the entrance, he has the fire, he has the popularity behind him and stuff like that. And it's like, you guys, the little Yachty pairing worked at first, and then it just got watered down.
Fine.
And it's just like,
yeah. I think it's okay because his involvement kind of just like stops in one place.
It's minimal.
He doesn't overstay his welcome. He hasn't been doing too much. I mean,
he's not a jelly roll.
Lil Yachty is what they wanted Travis Scott to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
And the way that I look at it is he respects the business so much that he learns and knows his place and knows his part to play, and he doesn't overdo it.
Yeah,
I can tolerate Lil Yachty because he actually feels like he's part of the show and not just making a guest appearance. Yeah. And I don't I don't like none of his music or nothing like that. But I love what he's doing with WWE because I feel like he fits and he gets it.
Yep. Yeah. I do say that he does understand, and he's trying to take bumps and stuff like that. They showed the videos of that, so there is a different level of respect for the business that he had that Travis Scott apparently did not have. But yeah, I think we're all going Trick. I think it's too early for Ricky Sainz to get in that position right now, especially with no fire, no story behind him. I think it's just cold. Yeah. We got Tiffany Stratton taking on Jade Cargill for the women's United States title. So SmackDown is getting some representation.
No. See, to add to your point, Dalls, this is another match which is kind of cold as fuck right now. That kind of came out.
Why is Jade going after
the United States?
Because it's gold and that belt is nice and it'll look good on her.
I'm saying it's dangerous round. It could be Stratton. Stratton's got a background. She's got the heat behind her too, and it could be an upset.
And I think her and Chelsea's going to help her in some regard.
I'm a big Tiffy fan, so
I don't know why Jade had. I think I was saying at WrestleMania and at the last pay-per-view, Jade had her best matches on the main roster with Rhea Ripley.
And can I do a little rewind?
Why? Yeah, go ahead, Sonny. Sorry.
For a split second, I got stepped over a minute. I got pepper steppered over a second. Well, I sat here and it just kept going. But anyway, with the Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, I think they would have served themselves much better in the rivalryness if they had to go back and forth on the wins and the losses and told the story that way instead of made it a squash match all the way through. I think that's what put part of the cataracts in people's eyes when it came to the division. And I'm a huge underdog fan favorite, so I would personally like to see Seth come out and do something in this final. Go with it and surprise everybody. I'd like to see what his master plan is to all of this. I don't trust any of his masked men appearances of the people that pulled their mask off. I still say there could be something to all of that that's not been told yet. Seth has said he has a new vision to be announced that has not been told yet. I don't know if y'all recall that. That's been talked about several times. In the match with Ricky Sainz and Trick Williams, I don't think it's Ricky's day, but I do think he can make a formidable match here with Trick, and I think he could go the time limit, which would put him over as an incredible contender for the title. And I think that's what Trick needs to now focus on instead of getting so many of the W's, is bringing these young upstarts and putting them over the way my guy, Sami Lightning and Bottle Zayn, put Trick over. And that's what got Trick going was when Sami started putting him over. Sami actually called Trick out and said, "I'm going to help you," and he did it.
I think Trick just needs the reps right now to just get that ring work in. I think
that's right.
What it is, and see those matches over the United States title to make him cement him as a staple there. He's already a staple, but as a champion, cement him.
Feel better.
But back to the women's United States title. Why is Jade Cargill going after the women's United States title? I know Rhea Ripley's hurt. Apparently her knee. Hopefully it's not too bad and stuff like that. Hopefully she's just getting a break. But
hopefully.
Jade has been on this tier of being a champion, coming up short. It's like, why are we lowering her after she established herself as a main event player? Legitimately. Like, not many people can hang in the ring with Rhea Ripley. For Jade to come as long as she did, where we were skeptical of her wrestling ability, after those matches with Rhea, I felt as comfortable with her in that spot as I have at any point. So for her to take a step back with Tiffany Stratton, I just don't understand why that's happening. Go ahead, Dalls.
Did you want to chime in, Sonny, or you want me to take this one?
Take it. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
There's a famous line that pops into my head from a promo.
Mm-hmm.
You took the U.S. title as a demotion. A demotion. That's the way that I'm looking at this, because it said that, to Roman Reigns, and I'm like, are they looking at Jade Cargill like how they were looking at Roman Reigns in 2017? He was getting the same amount of criticism. They were getting the same amount of criticism for their wrestling ability.
Yep.
And the thing is that as a heel, she's getting great reaction, especially with the faction. Even if Jade wins this, it makes her look just as bad, because it's saying, yeah, she could beat Tiffany Stratton for the world for the world championship. She can beat her for the U.S. title, but she can't beat Rhea Ripley.
I don't understand what they're doing, man.
I don't. It's just like, there are other women on the roster who could have used that spot. JC Jane could have been thrown in there. You could have done something with Lash Legend.
Yep.
Since she needs something of that caliber, instead of throwing her in Queen of the Ring, build some stars.
Nia Jax could have had a moment.
She could have had a moment. Matter of fact, Sonny, go ahead. I'm done.
I just wanted to say, in my time, if you went for the U.S. title and got it, you were the number 2 contender for the world title. That's how times have changed. It wasn't seen as the bucket title like it is today. It was seen as the top number 2 contender for the world heavyweight title. And that person got to wrestle the world heavyweight champion as often as the champion would then allow it, which would be very frequent versus how they play it out today. So that title belt has undergone severe change and criticism since my time in the ring. But that was the belt to own. And had I stayed in it, guys, that'd been the belt that I would have gone after because of that. Because you didn't always – you knew the chances of getting the world title right away was slim to none. But if you got a upper tier belt, you were doing something and making some noise. When I won my regional belt, hell, that meant that I had done something to the point that I had gotten statewide attention at that point in time as being a contender for other titles. So that's how the industry has changed, Brian, over the time, and that's how people look down on the different levels of wrestling who may not understand the history of wrestling and the scope of wrestling as they should. And I would say this, wrestling fans watch wrestling just to see somebody get a pin. Others watch it as a sport. And I told my dad said, well, I don't watch hockey, son, because I don't understand the rules. So I said, Dad, I bet you $1 to a donut, half the fans who go watch the Canes play and dress in their attire don't understand the rules to hockey either. I said, they're there just because it is a thing in the moment. Well, I don't believe that. I thought we'll believe it. But wrestling could go back to days of just a few short years ago when those belts meant something. And back to Roman Reigns and what you were saying, Dallas, it used to mean something. So make it mean something again. Stop horsing around. And this is my question of the night to everybody. Who do we blame? It's not all Triple H's fault, apparently, which I'm glad to hear. So do they all blame on TKO? Does TKO and the computer get all the blame?
Yep. That is it for me.
Who else are we going to put the blame on?
Exactly. So who's not? So where?
Dallas. Oh, your mic is out, Sonny.
Your mic just did the 6-7.
Mike, shut up.
Did the 6-7.
Yeah, but Dallas on the Humble Rhodes' podcast, he had a video released yesterday, I believe, talking about that, right? Like, and I beg everybody to check that out about TKO basically.
I had to watch that, Dallas. I hadn't had a chance. It's on my.
Yeah,
and it's okay. It's okay. It's an 8-minute video. This is going to be the more kind of doc style, but just to touch a little bit base on it. You got TKO, who you have their executives and their top shareholders trying to get involved in wrestling storylines that they have no knowledge of based on being a fan. So anybody with money, a la Tony Khan, a la Mark Shapiro, can get involved in the wrestling business and give your shitty booking opinions that affect the product. It's a long-term problem. The thing with Tony Khan is he's smart enough to know when to stay out of something.
Delegate.
Because he trusts in his staff.
Seems to be.
TKO does not. And I believe we can agree WrestleMania 42 is a clear indication that TKO booked night 1 and WWE booked night 2.
Brian
There's a big difference. And I'm pretty sure one of y'all said that, if not
Brian came out right and said that.
Okay. So now TKO's problem is they have too many hands in the pot. WWE was a multi-million-dollar company before it was sold to TKO. TKO put their emphasis on certain things that they had no business putting their emphasis on. You mean to tell me that one of the main events of WrestleMania has to feature a punter, a guy who only saw the field, 15 times on a good day, barely took contact, and is in a story that is littered with lineage and family history. Wrestling has more than one royal family. You have 2 royal families. The story was already told. We've told the story in 2009, 2010. We don't have to have Pat McAfee there.
Right.
You're
It's an injustice.
overpricing your product because you couldn't cut it with UFC. So you're going to squeeze money out of WWE to recuperate for the losses that you had with UFC. They are bleeding WWE dry. They're not even fans of wrestling. They're fans of entertainment. And that is why TKO is going to be the death of WWE down the line, because eventually somebody's going to have to step in and say, all right, look, we got a problem. And it is going to, and again, this is not any blame on Triple H, because this all points back to one person, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yes.
He didn't want to give the company to his family, so he'll give it to somebody way worse.
I thought this was interesting today on Facebook. They said they asked a $1 million question. They said if TKO puts WWE back on the market again, who buys it, The Rock or Vince McMahon? I'd rather see The Rock buy it.
I hope to God Triple H and find some rich people to let him run things. I pray to God.
I think The Rock will, and then he'll entrust it to Paul Heyman. I think Paul Heyman is going to be after Triple H, and I think NXT is going to be ran by CM Punk.
They need to do, because he's looking to transition, right? Like there's been stories about him working behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like I'm fine with that. I'm fine with AJ Styles being in charge.
Punk and AJ Styles.
Yep.
Yeah, you go have different agents. I think it'll be all the 2005 Ring of Honor guys. Because then think about it.
Bring everybody back in.
You're gonna have Seth Rollins behind there.
Yeah, yep. He's
going to be a producer.
Yep. Because he has his own school. Bailey has started her own school recently. Yeah. Like, I would love that. Like, for all of them just to circle around and bring some credibility back to wrestling. But yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I just want to say this about the United States Women's Title match. Tiffany Stratton, what a fall from grace from walking into WrestleMania as champion. What was it, last year? Yeah. And now all of a sudden, no direction, nothing.
I wouldn't call it a fall from grace. I think here's my problem with it is they had an opportunity to make her something, and they chose to take the safe route.
Yeah,
she got the Kofi Kingston style booking. If you think about it, she beat these legends, but nobody cared. And then when the new toy came in town or a returning flame, she was pushed aside.
Yeah.
She still has time to reinvent herself, but if she gets away from Tiffy time and focuses on who she really is as a person and lets her real personality show, they have an opportunity to rebuild her as something totally different.
My issue is they booked her as a babyface when her character screamed heel. Yeah. And now everything feels weird because now Blake Monroe's on the way.
Yep. If she
between
outshines her, it's gonna knock her down.
My God.
So much.
Say that again.
But that's the thing, Lewis. She is going to outshine her.
Those vignettes.
Yes.
Because basically Blake Monroe is going to be what they wanted Tiffany to be.
Exactly.
Blonde hair, cocky. I don't know what happened with Tiffany Stratton. I don't know why they didn't just make her a heel.
She's already shown what she can do in AEW, and like
I was just about to bring that up. She's already been in big match situations where she can captivate a crowd, and Tiffany has had the crowd behind her, but she hasn't had a moment.
Exactly.
She doesn't have a moment it doesn't involve her diving off of something.
Yep.
Blake Monroe didn't need that.
Her moment with Nia should have been bigger. Like they teased us for very short, and they were like, "Oh yay, she got it," and then it was like, "That's
I told you,
I
told you guys, the Money in the Bank briefcase is a gift and a curse." Because
and then another thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Dalls.
And then another thing, when I was talking about Jade being sort of like Kofi, what happened to Kofi? He got squashed, right? What happened to Tiffany? She got squashed. Jade beat
Saturday night's main event. Yep.
Jade beat her like she was trying to find out what god she prayed to.
And it was quick.
My bad for cutting you off, D. So go ahead, bro.
But I just don't know what they're doing because Blake Monroe's on the way with there, and I think that's going to put Tiffy in a bad spot, and they're probably going to face each other. I think that would be the matchup for the title if you want to establish Blake Monroe. I think they're going to face each other.
And you know what's terrible? I can see if Blake Monroe pops up, Tiffany and Chelsea are just going to be regulated to a tag team, and they'll just be in that.
Yeah.
They missed the ball with everybody.
They did.
I don't know why they don't put Chelsea Green in a better prominent light. She should have never lost the United States title. I've always said that.
I was just about to say, like, the entire booking, it's just we're talking about the women's United States title. The booking of that title has been atrocious ever since Chelsea lost it the first time. Every decision that's been made ever since then has just been bad.
In the gutter.
And this match is
in the gutter. But we'll see who wins that matchup. All right, let's get to the last match, probably. The WWE Undisputed Championship. We got Cody Rhodes taking on Gunther and Sami Zayn.
Sami won another title match in Saudi, baby.
If there was ever a time to do it, right? And put the pressure on, right?
Damn, you get two opportunities in Saudi Arabia in 1 year? Okay.
This is where it gets tricky because Cody, again, I always say this, Cody has good matches, but the booking is bad. And Gunther was supposed to be a house of fire on SmackDown, and he's not doing anything wrong. but I just don't feel like he's having the impact enough because he's in this storyline, because they're doing this triangle with Sami. Even though I think Sami, as I said, I would love for Sami to win the title at some point. But I just don't know what's going on with SmackDown, man.
Right, so Daniel, let me ask. Do you think that's happening to Gunther because they're overprotecting him?
I wouldn't even mind him being champion. But I just don't know what they're doing with Gunther. I don't know what they're doing with any of these guys.
I hated that they did the whole lawyer angle for him getting a rematch. Like that was not necessary.
It's not needed.
You're telling me anybody can just be like, my lawyers. Like, is that what we're doing now? Like, when you get screwed, you're gonna get attorneys, and that's how you get rematches now. Like, his character does not need that whatsoever. You know, and it's like, this dude is the ring general. We've seen him take people out, and it's I don't know. They're making him. He's another one that's in limbo.
This is the man they made retire John Cena. That's all I'm saying.
And AJ Styles.
And AJ Styles.
And Goldberg.
And Goldberg. This is the booking he gets. I don't understand. Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. It has the logo on the title, and they book him this way. I don't get it. But what are you guys' thoughts on this matchup? Lewis, you gave us a little bit there. Brian, your thoughts on this? Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, this is another situation where they essentially telegraphed that this is the direction they were going in. I mean, you knew it was going to be a triple threat. And again, Sami and Saudi again. I mean, we talked about this during the Royal Rumble when he faced Drew McIntyre, and how some of us felt that they should have pulled. They might have pulled the trigger then. I mean, they damn sure not going to pull the trigger now. Again, we talk about Sami Zayn. I mean, it's been 5 years. I'm going to win the world title. 5 years gone by, and I'm just tired of these promos of him talking about my ride or die fans and how good of a person I am and all this stuff. I want to win the title. I'm like, I've had enough of Sami Zayn at this point, and that it's just like it's just white noise. It's just white noise now. You haven't won the world title. Why should me as a fan believe that you're going to achieve that goal now? Like I'm just tired of it now. And to agree with your point, Daniel, about Cody's booking, it's almost like the fact that TKO has literally taken over his WrestleMania booking for the last 2 years. It's almost like, because that's been happening, that's kind of like trickled into everything else that involves Cody Rhodes right now. Because Cody doesn't feel as, what's the word?
Prestigious.
As prestigious as he once was. And I know that kind of comes over time when you've been on top for as long as he's been, but still, the booking should be better. The booking should
for
be
the world champion.
Why is your top guy not interesting right now? Like your top champion, he's not interesting. Like that.
The whole show is not interesting.
SmackDown's a hard watch right now.
Yeah, it is. Thoughts on this, Sonny?
Heart goes out to Sami Zayn. I'm a Sami Zayn fan, but I don't like the way they have positioned the match. It's probably going to be Cody Rhodes. He's more the establishment figurehead at this point in time, and that's probably going to be your winner. But it's just, I mean, how many of the same guys can he keep beating at this point in time and still stay on top? He's got to be tired of going over and over the same people. So.
Thoughts on this?
I'd really like to see a Sami upset, but I don't think it's going to happen here.
Thoughts on this, Dalls?
Sami Zayn is, for the majority of his career, has been a sympathetic villain that weasels his way into a title match every single time. Every single time that you start to dislike Sami Zayn or feels, he'll find a way to get some sympathy out of you for how much he gets his ass kicked, or the last real good guy left, never won the world championship. He weaseled his way into WrestleMania, weaseled his way into the bloodline. He weaseled his way into the Daniel Bryan's comeback story, weaseled his way into the Intercontinental Championship, weaseled his way into getting Gunther's Intercontinental Championship, then the feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, the conspiracy theorist. He's always weaseling his way into opportunities. This guy is the most sympathetic villain. He nothing about him is. Let me ask you a question. If I started a group, right, based on all of us being the same lineage, and a ginger comes in and says, hey man, I don't like the way that things are going. I want to, what I'm saying, join up with you guys and do this and that. Why would you let that guy in your group? Even if he proves his loyalty, he's still an outsider. He's still an outsider.
Because it's funny.
He's funny, and we need comic relief. So you let this guy in, and he gets so close to you.
He's oosy.
He gets so close. Guess what he does? He starts to break you guys up. Starts to get in every... Like, dude, this is the Sami Zayn pedigree ever since he turned heel for the first time. Like, Kevin Owens was justified for how many times he beat his ass. He knows Sami Zayn really well. So he knows how much of a weasel Sami Zayn is. And I say that to say, think about this. He gets in the bloodline, and he gets a championship match against the Tribal Chief. And not only that, he uses his best friend to take the titles off of the Usos. Weaseling his way. Another thing, WrestleMania 40. That was supposed to be Chad Gable's opportunity.
Yes. Oh my God.
But guess who got that opportunity?
Yeah.
Ooh. WrestleMania 42. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams was supposed to be the thing. But then Sami Zayn was like, let me just go ahead and attack Trick Williams. Let me take that title. So with that being said, how could you root for Sami Zayn knowing all of this?
Because I still remember Sami Zayn in NXT.
And you think that's the same Sami Zayn we're dealing with now?
You know what it is?
He just needs to cut his hair.
See?
It's the hair. It's the hair.
Yeah. One small thought I had, and just for booking sake, only reason I would pick Sami to win, because if he wins that title and then Jay wins King of the Ring, you got a match right there between those two, because obviously you already know Jay hated Sami for the longest time, never wanted him in the bloodline.
I'll even one up you. Let's use your idea, but instead, let's have Jay win the championship, and then he takes the title off of Cody, and we get Roman and Jay
at Crown Jewel.
But hold on, this match is over. They're celebrating, and then all of a sudden, somebody comes and hits them with the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's the Money in the Bank winner, Sami Zayn, coming to take something from either Jay or Roman. Which one is he going to take from? And we could even do Roman and Cody. Is he going to take from Roman? Is he going to take from Cody? Which one is it going to be? He's got plenty of options. Money in the Bank is designed for someone like Sami Zayn. The weasel who will find his way into every championship opportunity, whether he comes out on top. And normally he finds a way to win.
Yeah.
But think about it like this. He's going to weasel his way into a championship.
That's his gimmick.
By next year. That's his gimmick.
What do I always say, guys? The Money in the Bank is set up for a heel.
And who better?
That's the way we want it. That's the way we want it. I don't know who's going to win this match. God damn it. I keep thinking about this because now that everybody's saying everything, I keep thinking, where's Randy Orton? Or is Randy Orton going to be saved for, like, the Rumble? Or
probably. I think he'd be saved for the Rumble.
And
They
then
They need to book Saudi Mania in advance so they know how to get to that point. Because what are we doing?
Yeah, Dallas, that's the exact point that again I'm referencing Paul Heyman again. That's the exact point that Paul Heyman was making in regards to the booking. He's not even thinking about Saudi Mania. He's thinking about WrestleMania 44, and he's thinking about 2 years down the line and booking backwards from there. At least because then booking Saudi Mania would then be easy as hell. Like he's like 3-4 years ahead of schedule.
And you have to be, because if I want to know what my next 3 WrestleMania main events are going to be, I need to find a way to build these people to get to that point.
Yep.
Paul Heyman was talking about figuring out who's going to be the opponents for certain people and certain pieces on the chessboard. And now we have a bit of an identity crisis, because we don't know as the fans who to root for and who not to root for, because things keep changing with people. Some days it's like, okay, yeah, we want Penta. We're ready for Penta to, and then it's like, nah, Javon Evans. Who they keep shooting themselves in the foot, because they book things as short term. They're doing matter of factly booking. They book things matter of factly. You know what? Right? Hey, Penta's hot. We're going to put the championship on him. Okay, what is that going to lead to down the line? I don't really know. We're just going to keep having Penta win. Well, this motherfucker's getting old. They most of these people are in their 40s. So how do we establish new stars if you keep having the guys that you're not sure about? What's the plan for Penta? How do we get the title, make the Intercontinental title mean something? And then down the line, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep Penta in the mid card? Or are we going to move him up? I
think Lewis has been saying he wants Penta to move up for a couple months now.
Penta is the perfect, I won't say like the perfect Latino superstar, a perfect successor to Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
But you got Dom and you got Penta. There needs to be something going on right there where that Dom or Penta. I say if not Sami Zayn or LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio has to win Money in the Bank. Because you need to capitalize on Dominic Mysterio. It is time. It is long overdue. And the kid has been in the business since he was born. So we got to get to this point where we do something with Dom. Hey, look, you got to get in the gym, bro. Put some weight on. Put the chicken tenders down. Put the chicken tenders down. Pick up some other kind of protein. Put some weight on, because they have the Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio hybrid.
And he's just there.
I swear to God, if they had Dom on the workout plan of like Roman or Randy Orton or CM Punk, a ripped Dominic Mysterio is going to make the company so much money. You see what happened to him in AAA, right? When they dropped him in Triple. Could you imagine that for your international crowd on a weekly basis?
And we saw it at Mania. We saw it at Mania when he won the IC title. Everybody was like mind blown. Give this man some biceps. He's elite.
I was at that WrestleMania when he won the Intercontinental title. I mean, the crowd was 100% pro Dominic the moment he walked through the curtain.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. Ain't never seen nothing like that.
I remember when Eddie Guerrero started getting jacked in WCW, and he started doing his heel stuff, and I'm like, this is awesome. Dominic Mysterio can do that if he's jacked.
Times 10.
And he's bigger than those guys. If he gets jacked.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's bigger than those guys. Like, if he gets jacked and gets right, he needs to go work out with Sheamus and do his Celtic workouts and get jacked, man, because he has something. And we've seen it, as you said, Dallas, when he goes to AAA and stuff like that. It's like there's something there with him, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Penta, too. I'm like, I don't know why they haven't done a rivalry where he drops the title. Maybe they're doing that with Chad Gable coming up. Maybe that's the idea. Hopefully he wins. This is my thought. I wish Penta versus Chad Gable in SummerSlam, and then Chad Gable wins in his hometown and gets the Intercontinental title that he was supposed to win.
That makes perfect sense.
That he was supposed to win 2 years ago. But
in order to beat Penta, he had to basically confront his bigotry, and his disrespect of lucha culture.
Yeah.
So now that he does that, his reward is to take out the guy who took him out on his opening night.
Yep.
This is how a debut comes full circle. Because
Long-term
Penta beat Chad Gable, and the rocket ship was strapped to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chad Gable beats Penta, takes the Intercontinental title. Rocket
Goes
ship.
up. Yep. And just let him run with it. That's his title. Let him run with it.
Now you guys just heard how simple that Dallas just made, how easy and simple that fucking was. All right?
Yes.
Booking wrestling isn't that fucking difficult. See how simple he just made that?
It's not.
He just made that shit very simple. Chad Gable, Penta, SummerSlam, book it. He just gave the whole story right there. The reason why they're fighting, why they would be matching up.
Yeah. It's a full circle
It's
moment.
not difficult, bro.
I don't know why they won't do it. But
Sonny had something to add, but he was muted.
Yep. Sorry. Are you back, Sonny? To me, they missed the opportunity, and I think they should have moved him to SmackDown, and especially and turn him heel. Cody needs somebody to go heel against. Gunther is all right. I would have kept Gunther on the shelf for a little bit because they're clearly not doing anything with him. And I think LA Knight, with that momentum behind him, probably would have been a hot challenger for Cody. And that would have gave LA Knight a different look. Because LA Knight hasn't been a heel. Has he been he hasn't been a heel on the main roster.
Yes, he has.
He has?
Yeah, like a hot second, though. Yeah,
like that's when he first came?
Yeah.
When he first came.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, he had that match, that tag match with John Cena, right? Was that Survivor Series? Yeah, so it's like, and he's been wrong by everybody. So if anybody has an axe to grind and an ego trip to get into, and he's been kind of talking with the Usos and stuff like that, and just turn heel, man. Like, I would love for them to do that. I think that's what he needs. Because him as a babyface, I don't see him beating Roman. I don't see him moving up in the card, trying to establish himself. I don't see it.
Yeah, he can only be established like if he's heel and has a faction with him. Like, he needs a faction with him. Something. I don't know, something. Because this whole Dolo against the Bloodline is just like, it's an uphill battle that isn't doing anything for you. And it's just like,
I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I just don't.
He's just there.
He's in backstage segments. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do with that. But yeah, Night of Champions, there it is. We're gonna have a new king and queen of the ring. Interested to see that. That's gonna be happening place on Saturday. Forbidden Door AEW is taking place this weekend as well.
Okay. All right, Daniel, I'm just going to say briefly in regards to AEW Forbidden Door, there's only 3 matches that anybody should really care about. There's Swerve and Ospreay,
yep.
Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr., and then the 12-person steel cage match, only because of the stipulation that if Mark Briscoe's team wins, he gets a title shot. Other than that, everything else on the card is pretty much just if you're into the match quality that
just check out a good wrestling show.
Pay-per-views. AEW, they always deliver on pay-per-view. So from a match quality standpoint, all those matches are going to deliver. But Swerve, Ospreay, Omega, Sabre Jr., and then the 12-man steel cage, that's literally the only reason why you should even pay money for it, if you're going to pay money for it.
I want to see Mercedes and Maya. So like I think they have something that they can do there with that, and I feel like Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. is just going to give me Wrestle Kingdom vibes because that's going to be the show stealer. Ospreay, Swerve, that's
gonna be a classic.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. I every time they do get in the ring, they make magic.
What's the finals of the Owen Hart tournament for the female again? It's Mercedes versus
Mercedes and Maya.
Mercedes and Maya World. I think Maya's gonna win.
Yeah. which I'm curious to know who was supposed to win from the beginning, because Willow got hurt, Saree got hurt, they had to throw Mercedes MI World in there, so I'm curious to know who was supposed to win it when the first brackets came out.
What's her name? Not Ember Moon. What the hell's her name?
Athena?
Yeah, wasn't she? I thought she was going to the finals. Honestly,
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, but Maya had other plans.
Yeah,
I feel like Willow was supposed to win it, but then she got hurt.
Yeah, she got hurt.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Willow when I first saw it.
Athena, I don't know what they're doing with her. I don't know. I think Athena can be really good for AEW, and they just won't pull the trigger.
They won't pull the trigger.
They just won't. I don't know why.
They won't on Megan Bain either.
Yeah. They just don't.
She's a little iffy.
They just don't want to push. And it's right there. I don't know. These wrestling companies sometimes makes it a little difficult.
I do like Tekla though. I'm not gonna lie. I like
for
Tekla.
us to understand what they're
crazy.
doing. But that's a wrap for us here. I want to wrap up the show here. Went way over an hour, but went way over an hour. But Dallas, thank you for joining us. Tell everybody where they can reach you.
All right, so yeah, you can reach us at Humble Roses Pod on our TikTok, Twitter, and our Instagram. You can reach us at Humble Roses Pod on YouTube. We have an upcoming interview that I'm gonna just announce this with bare knuckle fighter. That's the fastest knockout in combat sports history at 3 seconds, and is also boyfriend of Ash by Elegance, Ulysses Monster Diaz. So we're gonna sit down with him next Monday. Dawn Marie will be shortly after that, and then we will sit down with Melina Perez after.
Sweet.
So make sure you follow us. Check out my video on TKO's influence on WWE and why it's being ruined. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and just have fun. Join in the conversation.
Yep. As always, thank you for joining us, and looking forward to next time and hopping on your show and doing things, cross branding and stuff like that. Sonny, where can they find you on Wrestling Spotlight? That's awesome.
First, I've had events yet.
All right, sweet. Thank you guys for joining us. You can find us, Ring Takes, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at Ring Takes. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to always kick out on 2, and until next time.